Hello, and thank you for joining us from our studios in Israel. I'm Aaron Porras here with ILTV's Morning Briefing. A group of 40 ambassadors from the United Nations arrived in Israel this week for a 5-day visit organized by Israeli UN Ambassador Dani Danon. And to begin, the group held meetings with top Israeli officials and took a tour of the cross-border terror tunnels dug from Lebanon by Hezbollah. And while standing by the Lebanese border, the delegation was given a first-hand look at what Israel's Operation Northern Shield was for. But during the meeting with Prime Minister Netanyahu in Jerusalem earlier in the day, the premier revealed how Iran was pulling the strings in Lebanon's government.
A great shift has taken place in the Middle East, and that shift is the rise of the aggressive theocracy of Iran that seeks to conquer the Middle East, eliminate Israel, and dominate many other parts of the world.
The Lebanese parliament last Thursday finally ended a 9-month deadlock and formed a new government where Iranian proxy terror group Hezbollah now holds 2 ministries and a Ministry of State. There are also Hezbollah allies in other sections of the government. So Netanyahu explained that, quote, Iran has many branches. One of them is Hezbollah, which has now joined the Lebanese government. Although this is a misleading description, because Hezbollah actually controls the Lebanese government, and this means that Iran controls the Lebanese government, end quote. The Israeli Prime Minister then continued to stress again how Israel is committed to preventing Iranian encroachment on Israel's borders, no matter where from, quote, Lebanon, Syria, or Iran itself, adding that in preventing Iranian aggression, Israel is also, quote, protecting our neighbors and world peace, end quote. In Lebanon, on the other hand, senior Hezbollah leader Sheikh Naim Qassem responded to Netanyahu's allegations by denying that Iran had any control over the organization. He added that Hezbollah only has 3 out of 31 ministries in the new unity government. And then with respect to Israeli military operations, Qassem warned on Lebanese TV that he doesn't think Israel is interested in war, but that if war is launched, quote, we are ready, end quote. In other news, Israeli security forces arrested 17 Palestinians overnight on Monday in connection to terror-related activities. 16 were arrested in a series of raids in the West Bank, but one was arrested as he tried to infiltrate Israel from the Gaza Strip. And after he was detained, a knife was then found hidden near his point of entry. Then, a suspected incendiary balloon was also found in the Eshkol Regional Council. Police sappers have been called to investigate, and all 17 arrested suspects have since been transferred for questioning. Further, this is the 4th such infiltration incident in just 24 hours. Operations and arrests may finally be slowing in frequency, though, at least around the Gaza Strip, as they come just days after Israel began working on the final components of the new Gaza security barrier. Prime Minister Netanyahu announced the construction at the start of this week's cabinet meeting.
בסוף השבוע התחלנו בהקמת המכשול העילי בגבול עזה. המכשול ימנע חדירת טרוריסטים מעזה לשטחנו מעל פני הקרקע. ולצד זה אני מבקש להבהיר, אם בעזה לא ישמרו על השקט, נדע לקבל החלטות גם בתקופת בחירות, ולא נהסס לפעול.
And according to Brigadier General Eran Ophir, the head of the IDF's fence building division, the new fence is, quote, especially suited to threats from the Gaza Strip, end quote, and includes 65 kilometers of smart fence technology made of galvanized steel and stretching all the way from Zikim Beach in the north to the Kerem Shalom crossing in the south. And upon completion, the barrier will be one of several designed to end Gazan attacks. The newly upgraded border, the underground border to prevent tunnels, and the sea barrier to prevent naval incursions.